Motion to defer.
Well, we got an existing motion. We got
Sorry.
either room.
I'll remove it.
Mark, how we do? Can we just withdraw the motion? We got to vote on it.
You can withdraw the motion. If the person who made the motion and the person who seconded. Agree.
Okay.
So, motion to defer the 30 days or until the next calendar, the next planning.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to defer carries. Item E was already handled. Item F is S 25-26F subdivision at T. I don't know what T means. T 13 400 Riga Road. The applicant here, please.
Good evening. David Patterson with Land Source, 6730 Exchequer Drive. We're here representing the developer and owner. The location of this is, and this is part of the extension of Riga Road off the new portion of Piku Lane between Airline and the interstate. And this is on the east side of Piku at the dead end of Riga Road, where it dead ends at Wards Creek and I-10. This is also part of an approved PUD. We're taking 15 and a half acres and subdividing that into 3 lots of roughly 5, 4, and 6 acres. And I'm the surveyor handling this, and we also have engineer Craig Corey and the owner developer Brian Douglas Campbell here to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Sheriff. Staff, is this zone commercial already? We're not changing any zoning?
It's a PUD.
It's a PUD. Okay. Question for you. Who built Riga Road to begin with? Did y'all build the whole road? Originally?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And
And
from what I
Brian
understand,
Douglas Campbell, the developer.
East
built
Baton
the
Rouge
road.
Parish accepted the first filing of
Yes, sir.
Riga Road?
It's been inspected and approved
When?
and accepted. Yeah.
When did they accept it?
I don't know the exact date.
I don't remember the exact date either. It's been over a year now.
We rode down it today and it's, needs cleaning up.
There's a lot of construction going on. You mean all
Yeah,
the
but there's
dirt
grass, there's
runoff?
grass in every catch basin, there's mud in every catch basin, the sidewalks are covered with grass. Nobody's cut the grass in there to maintain it since it was built, it looks like. You know, I can't tell you gotta clean it up because East Baton Rouge Parish owns it, and now we own it now, so, but something needs to be done to it. I'll just say that.
I know there are plans for that. It's just been a lot of construction going on and that's exacerbated the problem.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Mhm.
We'll open up public comment period. We got some comment cards here. Mr. Campbell?
My address.
Yeah, name and address, please.
4858 Blue Bonnet Road. About the sidewalks, to be clear, I do not own all the property along Riga Road. My property starts at the GSU right away. So from Piku Lane, you go to the Kleinpeter property, which has been cut just recently. All that roadway and sidewalks was donated to Baton Rouge, and they failed to maintain the grass on the side of the road. The Kleinpeters have just recently cleared their lot and taken care of all the overgrowth to get it in a better condition.
I mean, it looks better than it did 2 months ago, of course, but the sidewalks and the streets look terrible.
You know, I don't own those sidewalks and streets anymore. I've talked regularly with the Kleinpeter family about maintaining it, at least to some sort of, setback that I guess the ordinance requires. And I've put in request with the city of St. George to send them a letter to clean up their property. Because if it was mine, I'd have it cleaned up because it would just make it more marketable. So, y'all have any questions about what we're trying to do? So this was part of our original concept plan, was to have some smaller lots within this development. These 3 lots were originally being looked at by a VA hospital developer. So we did not proceed with the resub at that time because they were considering it for a VA site. We're just continuing along now. We do have interest for some build-to-suit warehouse buildings, which are a lot more manageable on smaller lots with the cost of construction. These are way in the back. I fielded some questions today from some residents at Woodridge about what the uses will be here. It's not going to be C-stores. It's not going to be convenience stores. It's not going to be apartments. These are too small to attract any type of development of that sort. And it's not going to be a hotel. I wouldn't pick a site all the way in the back between what's going to be on lot 3 is a Penske truck leasing facility. And then what you see on lot 1 is Sunshine John Deere's corporate headquarters. So it's all industrial. That's it.
Okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. On to David Patterson. So Karen, and I can't read your last name, Fournette, is that correct?
Yes, Fournette. Thank you very much. My name is Karen Fournette. I'm at 13628 Quail Grove Avenue. It's lot 338 in the upper corner of the plot. And we've been monitoring, we've been working with Brian Campbell as he's developed the property in the PUD. We've appeared before the East Baton Rouge Parish Planning Commission. And our concern along that, that whole row of houses in Quail Grove, there is a drainage ditch in between that goes all the way to Words Creek, is we want to make sure that the development is conducive to the residential property that it's adjacent to. The PUD does have some landscape barriers that are in the requirements, and I know there's some concern about the drainage. I believe, if I'm looking at it correctly, where you see the numbers 191.4, there is actually a drainage canal or a drainage ditch that leaves that PUD and goes into the ditch that parallels Quail Grove, that whole street. And we had worked with the East Baton Rouge Parish Planning Commission to make sure that there was riprap on the residential side so that there's no continued erosion as that water is funneled off. So our main concern, I know that what's before you today is the separation of those 3 lots, is that whatever is done, it's conducive to the residential development that it's adjacent to. So while we're not opposed to it, we just want to monitor it, make sure that all of the requirements of the PUD are met, and that we don't want convenience stores, hotels, or gas stations in that area. We don't want it to turn into a Segan Lane, Riga Road area. We want it to be maintaining that residential.
Thank you for your comment.
Thank you.
Alan Thibodeau.
Good evening, Commissioners. Alan Thibodeau. I'm the president of the Woodridge Homeowners Association. I live at 13203 Woodridge Avenue. I want to echo what Ms. Karen Fournette said. I guess basically we're looking at trying to maintain the aesthetics of the neighborhood, and we want to make sure that it is compatible. I know your section 6 in your report said it, but it wasn't part of a subdivision, but it does border on another subdivision. We want to make sure that we ask the Planning Commission to help enforce all of the compatible plan use rules that goes along with it. And I'll echo what Ms. Fournette said again. We're going to officially put on record that we are opposed to any convenience stores or gas stations, things like that. Even though Mr. Campbell has said that and he agrees, you're dividing them up into 3 lots now, but it's 3 lots. But to say that those 3 lots are not sold in conjunction then makes it a bigger thing that you could possibly use of that. So we're not opposed to it, But we just want to we'll put ourselves on record and notify the commission that we don't want to see that. So thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Tillman. Any other comments? All the court, don't have anybody else want to speak for or against this? If there are no more closed public comment period, let me ask staff to question, since this is a flood, does each individual lot have to come back for site plan approval to the land commission, or is it staff level approval?
Will come back as final development plan approval in front of the planning commission.
So does that answer your question? Anything that built back here has got to come back here
Back here
again
for
for our
approval.
approval.
Is that how we make sure that, at that point, we can make sure it's not a hotel or?
How big is the buffer zone between subdivision and plant?
It's 60 feet. 60 feet.
60 feet, 60? Okay.
So it's just literally, and that ditch, and if something else will come back to you, that ditch is not maintained, it's overgrown, it's just and it feeds directly into Wards Creek.
And I've already shared with the councilman last week or earlier last month. They're already showing signs of erosion at the far west end of the canal where it discharges from the Klein Peter property. You've already got some erosion in there. I mean, serious erosion, and I can forward the commission some photos that I sent to the councilman also. But we're just concerned about making sure that there's enough riprap or something done there to protect that edge and all, and then you get discharge on the property. When it was originally developed, one of the concerns we have is that some of the development is going at a 90-degree angle into the ditch, rather than going at a 45-degree angle to make it more of a laminar flow. With a 90-degree angle, it's going to be a turbulent flow there, so it's going to disturb a lot more of the land on the residential side of the subdivision. So that's why we'd like to ask your consideration in making sure that takes place.
Thank you, sir, for your comments. Any other questions, commissioners? What's your wishes?
Motion to approve.
Second, we'll be able to
Just
control
no
it in the
lookout.
next phase.
We can, anytime one of these comes up before the plan commission, they gotta have a site plan. In that site plan, they gotta do, they have to have drainage and so forth and so on. And we can look at it then and make sure that they have their wrapping up. Mr. Campbell, I'm gonna ask you if you just do one thing.
Yes, sir.
Y'all fixing to add on to this road. I know you're building a bridge now. You have to do a swept plan. You got to keep the road clean. The road that you build is clean. When you got a sweep right there, can you run up and down the road and just sweep the road off? That too much to ask you to do?
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Okay, we got a motion, roll call, please.
Travis Thornton,
Yes.
Lori Marion,
Yes.
Jason McAllister,
Yes.
Andre Case,
Yes.
Julie Atmore.
Yes. Motion carries. Got a motion? Motion to adjourn. Second. All in favor? Aye.
She made it.
Motion adjourned carries. We'll go directly into the zoning commission meeting on Monday, December the 1st, 2025. St. George City Hall, 14100 Allen Highway, St. George, Louisiana. We'll call the meeting to order. We don't need a roll call. We all here. The minutes were published in the St. George website. We have a motion approved. All in favor? Motion carries.